About the old time theater. It was a nice theater, and then it became a not so nice theater. They had great, and then it got funky on us. My friend John reminded me that this stretch of road here was the old Dubuque Trail that first led into Rochester, and somewhere in this vicinity, and I think it's close to where the depot was where George Head built the first house. And it was really an old cabin that was here in Rochester when he first settled it, and he named it after Rochester because he came from Rochester, New York, and right where we're standing, there was a 16-foot waterfall which provided power for a number of mills that were right along here, and it reminded him of Rochester, New York. So that's how we got the name. But the reason I wanted to stop here is this is the Riverside building. It was built in 1918, and it was a grocery store. They had tires in there. It was an auto dealership, an auto repair shop, and the water used to run right underneath this building. And then they rerouted the river a number of years ago. But that building was really probably one of the first preservation retrofits that was done by a woman by the name of Louise Hill. Some of you may know her. And she took that building. I think John can correct me if I'm wrong. It was at risk of being torn down. She said that no, that's just a beautiful building. If you go in there, the cast iron staircases and all the interior work, and you can see kind of the exterior detail work. She decided no, that shouldn't happen, and she proved to be prophetic because it's struggled over the years finding tenants, but now it's fully occupied, and it's part of the community. It's crawling with lawyers. That could be a good thing or a bad thing,
Kevin,
Huh?
did you mention it was a corporate office for Greenway Co-op?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, wasn't that right, Alan?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was a corporate
But it's-
office for Greenway Co-op that's still around.
But it's had a very storied history, and so now we're going to go to my favorite building, right up on the corner. And well, while we're here, it's probably a little quieter right here, but this building on the corner is the Kelly Building, and it's the first brick building that was ever built in Rochester, and it was built in 1858. And it's had a number of different lives, and I was blessed and fortunate enough in 1992 to buy that building with my parents and my wife, and we restored that, and it's just a great old building. And right on the corner, if you go down in the basement, there's a spike. It's about that big. The entire city of Rochester is platted off the corner of that building. And legend has it that the city stopped a block from the edge of that building, and that George Head got a team of ox and some logs, and they dragged them down Broadway, and that's why Broadway runs that direction. And that was one of the first streets. So, and we didn't cross the street because it's too dangerous in Rochester at this time of night, but if you stand over on this side of the street and you look at the Kelly Building and then you look at the Plummer Building, it's just a visual image of the transformation of this community from just this small little prairie town to with this simple brick building to the most ornate building, one of the most ornate buildings in the United States, that transformed this community into a medical mecca. So if you're ever over here, just take a look at that, and you'll see this little Kelly Building, and immediately in the background is the Plummer Building. It's a wonderful visual. So we'll head up this way, okay?